of Searson and how effective and how impactful he can be on a map like Dust2. So that's certainly where you got to look if you're big. That powerful AWP that you have, providing you openings, providing you picks, giving you advantages. And it's 1-0 in the series for Astralis as the pistol round gets underway. They're going to start on the CT side of Dust2. Big will be starting on the attacking side, and we'll see what they've got. It was a flat Ancient. They're trying to recover.
Well, it's the start of aggression for Glaive as he gets through mid. Remember, there have been changes. I know it's a while ago, but you can get very quickly toward the lower tunnels now as a CT because you have to drop to suicide with a boost to be able to get the mid pick. Not as easily done as previously to get that information. 5 players already outside of the A cave, though, and that's a very standard exchange, but on a pistol round, they're going to be granted that much position. With Lucky going down already, they'll try and beat the cross. BlameF will get himself in position above on Catwalk, but smokes down means Xyp9x can do nothing to support from CT other than spam, which they try and do, but now a Molotov thrown to Cat is going to make things very awkward.
Oh, this is such a tough retake. He better hit some spectacular shots. There's no kit, so the retake has to begin pretty much immediately. There's Glaive with the dualies. Nice headshot. That's on a Faven. He backs away into the smoke. 4-on-4.
Trying to hold, reverse the position, the shot from elevators. They went for the boost. It's Keto to get the first. He follows to get config as well, and Tabson knows the man boosting must still be down there. He runs forward to find Xyp9x. Absolutely right. Very tough retake. Single Molotov thrown out toward the stairs of Catwalk with the smokes down below. They could do nothing to cover the cross, and it was a perfect post-plant situation for Big to find themselves in.
A quad kill on Keto in the pistol round, starting out 4-0. We kind of highlighted him, unfortunately, a couple times in the first map for a rough start of the game. I think last time I remember it was 1-11 or 1-12 when I kind of stopped paying attention and started feeling a little bit of sympathy. And so, way to get started on Dust2. Way to bounce back here in the second map. Scout in the hands of Searson. Oh dear. Nice shot from Lucky. Right through the scope.
Tabson already rounding the corner again toward long, so Lucky may have that opening pick on the scout, but isn't in a position to capitalize at long. They're going to go for an elevator boost yet again. Spotted, though, as Lucky gets obliterated, and Tabson through the smoke does the same to Xyp9x.
That's such unfortunate. Unfortunate for Astralis, for Zip and Lucky is, I mean, you probably don't ever expect Big to just immediately march up long right after you had fallen back. You expect there to be a little bit of a delay. They were just caught completely off guard with how deep Big already was at long. So, Scout going to be recovered. That was Searson's initially, and Astralis is just going to back off and be happy and content to bring what they have into the next round.
BlameF toward the stairwell. But it goes 2-0 for Big. Remember, they were slow to get started on Ancient. It was 4 rounds in a row that Astralis got before they strung back a string of 5. If Peter Pepper picked a pick up the peppers, Jason.
Nice. What about Sally and her seashells?
Oh, Sally and her seashells get off. No, yeah, this is a much better start for them, and obviously Astralis will have to be patient for one more round and before they can get the guns out, but Lucky had a good opening shot. Unfortunately, nothing they could do over toward the A site yet again. That will be a point of contention, undoubtedly, when the guns do come out.
Round number 3. And Astralis kind of fighting with scraps from the previous round. Keto towards long, quick. Tons of flashbangs coming out. He's tagged, but not slowed. A little bit of a flashbang himself as he peeks out. He's hungry. He's thirsty. He wants these kills. Config's going to get the trade. Back and forth we go. Astralis still contesting the corner, and eventually it's going to fall in the favor of Big and their superior weapons.
Yeah, absolutely. Lucky left alive with not much to hope for in this round. Bomb's not crossed, but it doesn't really matter at this
Style
point
points.
in time. Yeah.
Jumping scouts.
Searson's going to go back toward middle. See if he can spot him out and take him down. Lucky's going to get one on the scout at least. So now if he hits another one on the cross, maybe give him a chance for it.
Nah, well, nah. 3 HP. I wonder if his plan is to save this scout. Or just wrapping around to a new location. Either way, the round is going to be won by Big. It's going to be a 3rd round for the T side. As Lucky just sees, tries to find some creative way to find one final kill on his way out. Out towards T spawn. Holds the angle to long. Again, just 3 health. 1 bullet's going to do it. A gust of wind.
That was just me farting.
Ah.
Sorry. Well, the double stack from the dumpster, ready for Lucky's arrival. Down he goes. Now we get into the gun rounds as Big take a 3-round lead. And the AWP for Lucky this time. So he's been hitting shots with the scout. That was just the warm-up. Now it's the main game for him. You know, take the weight off the bat, get out to the home plate, swing for the fences. And if it doesn't work, you can just use steroids because it's Major League Baseball.
Yeah, why not?
They did go for the boost, the quick drop. Searson wanted to get the shot. Meanwhile, they have gone aggressively toward the lower tunnels to clear, knowing that it's open, that with that information through suicide, they've got something to work with in middle, and they're going to go straight toward the doors. Kiddo has aggression. Meanwhile, we sit back over toward B, where Tizian is on the offside, and the smoke down. He saw that flash. He saw that flash bounce. He knows he's there. He's firing as well. This is just a patience play at this point in time. Absolutely no idea that Glaive is in this position.
I love this play from Glaive. I love it. I love the whole thing about it. Glaive's gonna back off, and there's a quick one in middle. 2 players. Actually, look at Keto. Look at Keto's position. This B bomb site might be in so much trouble. They're getting pinched despite their own aggression.
They had no idea that they lost that mid position so fast. Taps him with an aid, will take out Config. I thought Glaive was going to get spotted as the smoke faded, but there it is. Kito, he strikes. Lucky's a little bit late to save his friend in Glaive, and it is Zipix left versus 3. Doors cross in his favor, but smoke down will make it impossible to hit the shot as he nades in. That's even going to bounce a little bit high. Takes a gun back through the window for him to potentially use, but even though Lucky's close by, no chance to go for it. It'll be now 4 for Big.
Oh, I love that play from Glaive. It's such a shame the rest of the map just fell apart. He was in prime position to get the kill. Just nothing really to back into after he completes it and finds the frag. Everything else around him is just burning. 4-0 for Big as they enter into the B bomb site, and the op on Lucky is forced to save Zip as well, as you mentioned. No real standing for that retake. So, good start for Big on Dust2, much like Astralis on Ancient. Both teams on their map pick, getting out to good leads in the first 4 or 5 rounds.
So 4-0 is exactly, as I said, the start that Astralis had previously on Ancient. Now we're back into more familiar territory. Searson again on the AWP. Lucky will have the same weapon saved. So it was the right call. For some reason, the way his gun was sticking through, I thought he was actually going to get spotted there. I thought, oh my God.
There's always a chance when you make a play like that, right? That's the risk. Who spots who first? And I just don't think you're ever going to expect the CT to make that play. It's probably not even in your mind as that smoke clears. Searson with the op, doesn't spot Config, jumping up onto Xbox. Oh, anybody does spot Lucky around the corner, the edge of the smoke.
BlameF's going to grab the AWP. So they'll at least keep that in the round as he falls back toward the A site with it. In fact, he's dropped down. Could play and support Zipix at long because they need to take map territory back. They can't sit on their heels and give up both approaches to A with Catwalk lost. Config's trying to get a read on this with sound. He knows the op's up there. Can hear it scoping in, can hear it dropping down. Has the deagle ready, but just barely. Little late on the trigger and then couldn't reset faster than Keto, who gets the shot instead with the AK.
Good luck, Glaive. Best of luck.
Nope.
Not at all.
Keto's on it right now.
Yeah, he's pissed from the first map, right? He's like, I can't have a game like that twice in a row.
Phenomenal start for him.
Yeah, 8-2.
Yeah.
Searson as well with the op starting to do some work. That pick he gets on Catwalk in this round is exactly what Big is going to want this entire half. That's the advantage. That's the edge they have in the opping category here on Dust2. To be able to provide opening frags like that make the rest of the round easier. Zip, seeing what he can find at the end, just the 1 kill. And now he's boxed in from 3 different angles. It was just a matter of who's going to get the final shot, and Tapson steals it away. 5-0 for Big's attack.
Well, that's going to have to be addressed soon. Money again, lost round bonus is maximized for Astralis. They'll go straight back to an AWP again for Lucky. If I'm not mistaken, he bought that himself this round, so he's limited down to $200 remaining. 2 kits in play. Lucky's got one of them, Zipix the other. But that means Lucky can't be the first to go down this time. Long's the play. Keto's the one that's there this time, not going toward middle. Manages to get back after a smoke was down. They wanted that early shot. No success. They'll swap the op. That was very much spawn dependent. And an additional incendiary is going to actually clear that position temporarily and let Zipix get a lot more aggressive for now.
Yeah, still plenty of big players here at the Long Cave. Searson and Faven going to move in. Fast up catwalk was Keto. He's already challenging at the corner, so A defense is going to be tested here. They need to clear out Zip first. Flashbang doesn't work, but they're slow to react, and now...
They were always going to check that. The fact that they threw a smoke, an incendiary, and then a nade as well, which was clearly to obstruct vision from to cross, that was going to be checked 100%.
Yeah, well, look at the ship position the defense is in now. You're getting pinched from 2 different locations. There's no comfort whatsoever to be found. Lucky is in trouble. Smoke down to give him some kind of cover. Now, Big's not pressing the issue as aggressively as they might have been able to. But Lucky still has a long time to chill at the core. There's Searson from the other angle. I think boosted over the top just as he's about to pull the trigger on Tapson. Perfect execution from Big in this round.
Yeah, that timing was insane. That was a kill guaranteed for the op on catwalk and gets denied. Bomb to go down once again. Config needs the game of the last map, and unfortunately he has 2 kills so far. He's not in this one at all. No one with more than 4, and that's Lucky. And we go 6-0 for Big. It's early. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves because we're just getting started here on Dust2, but Overpass is the 3rd map, should it be required, just for those of you playing along at home. Maybe you got a Counter-Strike bingo card and you were wondering.
Counter-Strike bingo. Haven't played that in a while. I feel like we used to have, there was someone that used to make like a different bingo for each event. I don't see that anymore.
Someone do it right now. Get creative. Tweet it to me, and we'll randomize. Actually, you randomize the boxes because I'm lazy. So you do all of that. Create the whole website.
You do all the work, but I'll play the game.
Send it to me, and I'll send it out for you.
Yeah, we'll play it on day 1 of groups.
Yeah. I'm in. I'm down.
I'm in. 6-0 for Big. Round 7 already underway. Again, just pistols and a scout on Zip. Searson's going to take a long angle. Tons of nades coming in his direction, and there was no chance he was going to get out of the way of that.
Glaive's going to push the matter on the smoke as well. AWP already being thrown off the map so as not to be recovered as Faven takes down Glaive as well. So a strategic call in that regard to keep weapons out of the CT hands. They've got plenty of money to keep an AWP in play in the next round. They'll just buy one at this point in time because they want the rifles to execute at this juncture, this situation that they're in as they head back over to the B site. Zipix back toward window, is looking toward middle, but Config's up close. Tough position to play, and we know that he tried with a Deagle a few rounds ago, didn't hit the one-shot wonder, and now he's got a rapid-fire pistol to try and make better of it. As Keto will find Blame F, that's mid-open. Zipix knows he needs to distract for his teammate, can't do it. Tizian with the shot. Config steps out too soon. Tizian finds that as well.
This is looking like a whole different team than what we saw in Ancient. Big is looking great. Obviously, this round just against the lower weaponry, so take from that what you will, but this whole half has been well constructed so far for Big. 7-0 lead here on the T side of Dust2. It's just Lucky left to pick up the pieces. Not a whole lot of fragging. In fact, we have a 0-1-2-3-4 scoreline for the Astralis. So don't get a kill, Lucky. Don't get a kill. Good for you. Not amused by that, Matt? I thought that might tickle your fancy.
Nah, I'm a hard guy to please.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah, you know, it's not you, it's me.
Oh, tough crowd. Well, yeah, there's not much to say at the moment with Astralis. Just, I mean, Big's mopping the floor with him at the moment.
Yeah, this is rough. This is very rough. I mean, you say it looks like a different team. I'd say both teams look very different right now.
Yeah, there's
Astralis also not finding any of the openings, not getting the map control, the territory. I mean, that was one of the things on Ancient. They were able to have positions they could push and have authority on the CT side. Right now, that's just not happening. Even with that new possibility to go toward middle, they haven't done it. They haven't risked it at all. And Searson has been going for the drop shot through, you know, as we say, the boost that you need now at Suicide.
Well, maybe here's the answer. Double op setup switched into for Astralis. Config has one, Lucky with the other. There's the drop from Searson, boosted up by a teammate. Doesn't spawn anything.
This is the cat. They have the cat boost because they went 1-4 off spawn. They want to try and get closer position and corner boost. This could be perfect if the timing is right. Lucky can't hit the shot. They've got to fall off. Utility will hold, and they know they can capitalize on middle, which is where Zipix is waiting. He's been so good in that position for so many years. He needed to step up in this round, and he finds Faven and Keto to get the advantage for his team.
A long spray for a double kill, but we'll take it. A bit scrappy. However, the B bomb site is open. Tizian can find his way in. Doesn't realize it just yet. A little bit blind, but coming through the window. It's risky. Searson goes for the no-scope. And Zip recovers inside the B bomb site. Molotov lands behind him. He eventually goes down. And from here, its damage for Tapson would be massive, but he can only find the one. So, first round on the board for Astralis defense. And they've got to look at Fnatic.
Yes, that could
Old
be
school Fnatic.
absolutely
2009 Fnatic.
Yeah, that is it really 2009? Yeah. It is too, isn't it? Wow.
Spicy.
Look at you being old. That's, yeah.
I don't know because of the picture. I just saw the 2009.
Okay, all right. I didn't. So you had me fooled, and you could have just gone with it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, it's cool to see all the celebrations of victories.
10 years of Katowice.
10 years of Katowice, obviously 2009. We're 2022 now, but such was the case of various circumstances and what have you. But a lot of history in this city for esports. Not just Counter-Strike, even StarCraft.
I'm actually very excited for StarCraft.
Yep, massive tournament in the StarCraft calendar, one of their biggest in the season. Certainly in the Western world, it's one of the absolute biggest. And then, of course, you've had Dota on this stage, you've had League of Legends on this stage. Jailbreakers, I think, at one point, as Matthew Andrews was casting that at one point.
Was he now?
Yeah.
I don't even know what game that is.
No, me neither.
I still think, yeah. For me, I still think StarCraft 2 is one of the best esports to watch. I'm excited for it. But we got to get there. Faven, oh, there's a gap in that smoke underneath, and he spots the kneecaps, and he takes him out. There goes Zip. Trying to push up into the corner behind the double doors, and he's caught. Never realized the gap in that smoke was his undoing. Good equalizing frag found by Blame F, but Astralis' defense is caught in middle, and Big is hustling up Catwalk.
Catwalk indeed, as Blame F's desperate to fall back, gets to the elevator position, but no one there to boost. Instead, he's just going to be the chauffeur in the doorway that denies Keto entrance, and he'll rotate around to the ramp as well and find Tizian, dropping him in the spot as Tapson is now holding from the corner. But guess who? Blame F again is going to find the kill to give Astralis a second round.
What a round from Blame F. Not just the equalize, but coming up the ramp like that. It felt like he got there a little bit late. I think what the saving grace was is the fact that Big stopped to throw the smokes onto the railing, and he's just able to make it just barely. That timing, these are tough fights over and over and over again, and Blame F just delivers each and every time. Second round, 7-2, Astralis 5 rounds back. But at least now they've got weapons in hand. They've got money behind these weapons as well. Still with the double up setup on Lucky and Config.
Quick shots from Faven. So a bit more neutral this round as Searson was unable to get any opening at middle. He still stands top mid now with the op, but no one's going to give him a look. Been less aggression now that the guns have come out toward long, and perhaps that's by design by Big, knowing that they don't necessarily want to take those duels. But Lucky is the one tasked with watching over it right now. Second AWP, as you say, Config inside of a passive mid stance with Glaive inside of CT spawn to cover him. Interestingly, that means Zipix is the one that's all the way over toward the mouth of B.
Tense angle. Config and Searson. Config just backs away, doesn't want to swing too wide. Doesn't want to be overexposed. Just standard default mid control for Big.
Yeah, and Config's done that in response to the fact that Glaive's also gone back over toward A to support that site. So they've given up mid entirely. Zipix down, smokes out a huge split opportunity to go toward the B site with just Config inside of it. Glaive's gonna do what he can inside. No, he can't. He can't. Config's gone, they're gonna call the save. He couldn't get through the smoke, jumps even. He's spotted, and Searson got... How's that not a leg shot?
I don't know, man. The kills that Big just got in this round are freaky.
I want a slow-mo replay. That's a freaking leg shot, okay? What, does he got Achilles heel or something?
Got some junk in the trunk.
Check his mouse, maybe.
8th round for Big. Astralis, they bug out and go home. They don't even want to go for it. Lucky's going to save an AWP out towards long, and Blame F just chilling at the A bomb site. Big still looking good. And I mean, this half has been great. Once Big kind of makes a decision and senses they have an advantage or sense they have a certain part of the map, it's just an explosion from that point to the bomb site. They don't slow down for anything. 8-2.
We gonna get a slow-mo? Maybe.
Is that what you need?
I want it.
A little bit of slow-mo in your life?
Yes. Look, how is this not a leg shot?
All right, here we go.
How is that not a leg shot?
Did he have 100 HP? Are you sure?
Oh, you Yeah, I didn't actually look at that. Shit. All right, look,
You are right, though. It was probably a leg shot.
I'm looking back. I'm looking back.
He's doing some research. He's gonna get us updated. Let's see. 8-2, 6-round lead for Big. This attack has been fantastic, and Keto, single pop flash, is gonna clear out close mid. Decent amount of map control with that position, looking for someone to rotate into his crosshair, into the angle.
Oh, he was 68 HP. All right, listen.
Well, you were right.
It was a leg shot. All right, I was going to say, I didn't catch the HP. Look, I'm a little rusty. Just don't tell chat that I don't know what I'm doing, okay? Let's just play this one off like nothing happened.
It's a long event. We're going to build into it. We're going to get you. It's like riding a bike.
Oh, yeah, because I'm real good at that, right?
That's a good point. I didn't think about the
collarbone and
all the shattered bones that you have.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, it's like riding a trike with training wheels, I guess. Taps in, Molotov out towards railing, pop flash right through. Ooh, the reverse drop. Spicy, but he sees nobody. He's just there to cut off anyone who wants to rotate down the ramp. Oh, poor Glaive, blinded, head into the corner, tucked in, and Tapson is just doing God's work in CT spawn. Brilliant stuff again from Big, tactically outplaying Astralis and delivering the headshots as well.
Well, chat's moving so fast, no one will know that I messed up, so we're all good. Keto is there to watch the window. Lucky goes through it, and somehow it's a wall shot, gets him, and the bomb to go down. He is now left in an awkward situation on the wrong side of the map with Tizian ready for his arrival at the stairs and gets the shot on the AK. 9-2 now. Convincing, very convincing scoreline and half so far for Big. And Astralis not able to string more than the 2 rounds together. Will at least have money to work with in this round, but desperately need to get on the board, and as such, they'll call their second timeout.
Alrighty. Well, take a deep breath.
No.
Chit chat, talk things over. Astralis, if they're feeling frisky, they could actually buy here.
It's interesting that this is sponsored by Coinbase, because see that dive between round 8 and 10? That's cryptocurrency.
Oh, bless it all. 7-round lead for Big. I was going to say, if Astralis feeling frisky, they could go for a buy, and it looks like they're feeling frisky because they go for it. Lucky with the op. 3 M4s, SMG on Glaive. Searson holding the angle again. This time it's a smoke obscuring his vision. Even with that, he almost finds the timing.
Kiddo's aggressive again, as he has been throughout the course of this half. He has quieted a little bit. 12-6, he still leads the way, but not quite as resounding as the opening. Still a much better game than he had previously, and he still wants to get that opening space for his team. Meanwhile, Config get the opening duel this time, has BlameF contribute to that lead as well, and they'll back off long at this point in time because they have to be concerned about Catwalk. They can hear it, they can sense the threats as Config holds middle. Needs to be somewhat careful as he gets tagged through the door. There's a second chance for a peek as well, as Tabson is very close to that position.
Oh, look at this. This is great. Oh, Keto's a god.
This is massive. Again, it's the speed. Sure, he slowed it down after I called it, but he got to Catwalk so early in this round.
Oh, just the crouch underneath everything. That's beautiful. He's opened everything up. Unfortunately, I don't know if Big really has what it takes to actually convert this 2 versus 4. Tabson inside the site planted the bomb. Smoke on Catwalk to give Keto some protection, but nobody from Astralis is retaking from that angle, and they've got a decent amount of utility. Good shot from Tapson. Here's the flank from Keto. He's got another one. He's going to reposition. Does he have time, though? Tapson can't go down. He taps away. 3 straight kills for Big. And I take it all back. The 2-on-4 is looking great now. Lucky's got 1 smoke. He does have a kit as well, but it's a desperate situation. There it goes, spamming a little bit. Tapping the bomb, peeking around the edge, and Keto's got it. What a spectacular clutch for Big to win.
And what a round from Keto. Starts and finishes it. I just said he cooled off a little bit.
Yeah.
So quickly he gets to Catwalk. 3 kills now up to 15. And Tabson contributes with 2. That's massive. And Astralis are flat. They have nothing. Even the coach just, I don't know what to say. I got nothing for this situation at all.
To be fair, that's exactly what Big looked like in the last map.
Yeah, absolutely. We're getting the complete opposite side of it.
Yeah, just returning the favor. That's nice from Tapson. All right, 10-2. Massive lead for Big. And they haven't slowed down at all. Tizian out long. He's going to be joined up with some teammates. 4 players from Big at Blue Box and Cave. Astralis with just pistols made an aggressive push in B. They know pretty much exactly what's coming, but the question is, do they have enough to actually mount a defense? They're going to get aggressive towards Keto. A chance for him to stat pad, but he looks away. Oh, timing is everything. Timing is everything. And I don't know how he hasn't been spotted. He's going to get rewarded with a couple of kills. BlameF has no idea how that happened. Zipix certainly doesn't either.
Keto down. That's the big threat from the last round. AK for Glaive, lucky on a P250. They've lost config, and they are now facing 1-2 odds in manpower. Make it worse. Lucky's gone. Glaive, he's not at full HP this time, Jason. He can be lagged. Through the smoke again, though. He gets taken down running away from the situation.
Yeah, he's probably shot in the ankle, though.
I don't know. I saw the tracer, and if that was to be believed, it could have been in the back of the shoulder. Okay, we might need another slow-mo.
Yeah, right through the smoke.
See, Tabson's laughing about it. He gets it.
Yeah, feeling good in the big camp. Tabson having himself quietly a very good game as well. Overshadowed by Keto, but Tabson's up there as well. 13-3 for him, 17-7 for Keto. No one on Astralis reaching double digits. In fact, 6 is on BlameF and Lucky, the highest frag total for the defensive side. 2 rounds remaining in the opening half. Big looking to take us to the 3rd map, which would be Overpass.
Yes, and I didn't want to get ahead of myself at, what was it, 6-0, because we were getting started at 11-2. Yeah, get ready for Overpass.
Buckle on your Overpass shoes?
Yes. I have Overpass overalls, actually.
Overalls are legit.
Yeah.
1 HP on Keto.
Zipix playing the deep, aggressive anti-pit spot. Very off angle. Searson's going to flash it over, but that'll cover corner. Even if Zips gets blind, they won't go that far because Lucky is still going to be distracting for them. So this is a 2-pronged defense, and it starts off very well as Lucky times that. Was blinded, actually. Still got the shot. Now, they're going to try and flash Zipix back in. The flash thrown, is that a cue that they need to check this? It is, because why would Lucky flash while he's still smoked? Well, because he was trying to help Zipix out, and guess what? It didn't. It gave him away, and now Kiddo goes more aggressively toward the site. And he finds Lucky behind the car. BlameF up on top of the site, has to work this out. Flashed AWP, but Searson gets his vision back in time. And just like that, the round turns again in favor of Big to make what could be a 12th round in the half. Jumping shot, no scope config, not done there. Looks for another as well. Smoke still down. My God, if they pull this back on that shot, that's exactly what they need, but it's the luck required just to win a round. As the flank from Glaive will take out Searson. Keto's got to fall off the angle, and Glaive finds that too. 6 shot from config.
Yeah, we'll take that. Keto with 1 HP had to play it pretty passively, but yeah, a little bit of fortune on the jump, and that's got Astralis a 3rd round. Took a desperate situation, a desperate shot from config to get him there. Still a huge lead for Big. No cause for celebration on the Astralis side. Still have Overpass in the back of their minds. Yeah, this was great. Keto looking out towards Catwalk, not able to punish the jump. Searson not able to read the timing of the flank, and Glaive with a nice double kill to close things out. 3 kills in the round total. Final round of the first half. Searson spotted a couple, spotted a jumper, spotted someone running low as well.
Forced off angle at exactly the time a shot may have been required, and promising. Meanwhile, Glaive back over toward B. We've got BlameF taking down Kiddo, excuse me, as he's going to get aggressive toward middle. He's going to push all the way as well. They have full catwalk control. Don't have top mid per se, but 2 players there to battle it. That means Zipix is going to fall off long a little bit because he's overexposed. If they are there, it would give up a bad rotation back toward Catwalk. Instead, they want to strengthen their position. The shot on toward B, that's the sound, the cue for config and BlameF to move, but they aren't going to go tunnels. They're going to play this from middle. They aren't going to try and completely surround and trap Big inside of the position. Instead, they want to beat them toward B. Tough to do from the window, because as they drop in, config hits both. That's magical, because immediately he opens the sight for the entry from door. He goes down and the smoke's in position. I don't think Astralis find that 4th round.
Hey Future Pros, back with a more complex pro tip today which will help you establish presence at long on Dust2. For this execute you will need 2 Future Pros. The utility required will be 2 smokes and 1 optional flash for this take. Future Pro number 1. To throw your smoke, you will need to line up with this metal bracket. Then find this corner and aim your crosshair so it lines up with the satellite antenna. Then throw. Future Pro number 2. You will need to line yourself up with this dark spot in the shadow of the car. Aim upwards and find the gap in the palm trees. Then position your crosshair so you're aiming just above that gap and throw. Optional.
I know, it was ahead of its time, what can I say?
It really was. Didn't last long enough.
I know.
They rarely do, don't they?
No, they never do.
Alrighty, well, second half underway. What's Astralis got in store for us on the T side? Big comeback necessary. Pardon the wordplay.
Yeah. Thanks, Big. 5 and out toward long. Config's the one that wants to go to battle with him, holding nothing other than a Glock. It's a double push toward the B tunnels right now from Kiddo and Tizzy. And Kiddo's not slowing down now that he's on the CT side. This is great information for the CT.
What is this jiggle peeking battle at long? Config and Faven have just been jiggle peeking back and forth into each other. Finally, some action. There goes Lucky. Battling for corner supremacy. It's Big coming out on top.
Kiddo's already on catwalk, though. 1 shot. All it took to make that flank work, and he follows up on a blame. If that rotation was swift, that was all due to the information they had at B tunnels. The second they were into contact at long, they got on the horse and ran it back around. The horse, I was going to say, and the buggy, but there wasn't really a buggy.
Yeah, no buggy.
Nah.
I'll see you a Config on Ancient, and I'll raise you a Keto on Dust2. This is a disgusting performance. 20 and 9 now for him.
Config at 8 and 12 is tied at equal best with Glaive and Lucky right now on Astralis. No one in the double digits for them yet at all.
Big Tapson as well. 3 kills per death. That's a pretty sick ratio for him. 16 and 5. Not too shabby. 8-round lead for Big. Blame F peeking into the bomb site with the Deagle, firing off a few bullets. Slow-paced round as Astralis gives some time to these Deagles and Scouts to do some damage and find some picks, find some shots. A lot of space in mid, if they're feeling up for it. But at the moment, nobody in position.
Bomb still way back toward T-spawn will be gathered by Zipix, and they've got a bit of a position to work with toward mid and toward catwalk, but no picks and a pretty passive approach from Big. There is 2 scouts to work with. If they can get picks, that certainly would help the Deagles significantly, but they still have the rifles to play with. I'm surprised with Tabson and Tizzy being so far back, and Tizzy in on 51. This is a bit concerning if those scouts do actually find damage.
Yeah, we'll see. You still got to traverse quite a way, and you got to get through the choke points as well. Smoke's going to be up at the doors. Glaive didn't like that. Keto on the other side with an M4 and SMG in here as well. Pop flash better be perfect, although I don't think they have one. There it is. There's the final flashbang thrown in. They're already streaming into the bomb site. A little bit dangerous for this Big defense. They drop down. Keto waiting for the tunnels. He's got that. Good transfer over. 3 headshots for Keto. And a 3-on-2 retake scenario for Big, and they're going to hustle. They're going to get underway very quick. Tapson's got the blind planter, and Glaive has 1 shot, and he needs to follow up. Down at about half HP, and he's just trying to play the angles. Faven as well towards Core, uses the range to his advantage. And it's a 13th round for Big, but oh so close.
That is very close, and it's exactly that. They go so passive with SMGs to try and win out their aim in the range duels.
That made me real nervous when they started dropping into the sight box. Once they got that angle, I was very, very scared for Big. The second kill Keto gets is actually pretty spectacular. Low-key spectacular.
Man, oh man. Well, either way, they managed to hold it together on the Big side to go 13-4, and a force buy aggressively from Astralis to try and keep this scoreline respectable. They're going to go with 3 Galils, 2 AKs up against that of an MP9, and then a split M4 buy, and I mean that of which there's 2 different types of each M4.
Yeah, keeping on the economic pressure. Big looking for a timing for the pop flash and to swing around the corner. Take it a little bit late to mess with the timings, Astralis probably knows, and nobody was there. Nobody present for the fight. 4 smokes and 2 flashbangs for Astralis. 1 flashbang.
Searson gets to the corner with the MP9. Quick check on catwalk, no presence. Doesn't need to go any further than that. No one pressuring at long from a CT perspective, but there is 3 players from Astralis looking to work that position on the map now, but they're going to back off. In fact, BlameF toward the tunnels perhaps has a better idea. Interestingly, I had an enjoyable interview with Glaive that was actually just put out the other day with Dust2, and
Enjoyable.
it was enjoyable. It was great to talk with him. We kind of went through his whole career and the highs and lows of Astralis and where they are now. And I asked him straight out, BlameF comes in, he's been in-game leading. How does that conflict with you, and does it? And he said, honestly, as a dad, it's great because I have someone else I can no, but he meant it like I don't have as much time to every single aspect of demos and whatnot, and BlameF's able to help and support him in doing that. So they kind of have 2 minds, even though Glaive's still, yes, the in-game leader, 2 minds working with the game plan, which is why you might see mid-round calls from BlameF. This round was going Astralis' way as I finished my point. It's all turned. The gap in the smoke on Catwalk, they get 2 kills through it, and the bomb now sits up above with just Xyp9x left in a 1-on-4.
Yeah, that turned quick. Kito's the only daddy in this server right now. Zip, close up to double doors, gonna hunt that down, but no HP for the fight. 14-4, 10-round lead. Smiles.
So, yeah, overpass overalls firmly strapped on, Jason.
Nice. Do you strap on overalls? Don't you? They're buckles.
You can, like, snap them on. Straps that go over your shoulders.
Do you do the crisscross?
Depends on the overall.
Sure. Yeah, my bad. Not up on my overall etiquette.
Really. Overall rookie over here.
Here we go, around the corner. SMG's found Glaive. Again, is late timing for the peak from Big has netted them a lot of success here at the corner. They come out on top. 2 for 3 trade in the favor of Big.
I thought that secondary dink and follow-up, that would be where it ended. 2-2, but yeah, they push forward and stay aggressive, and it works. Another dink. Tizzy, and this time down to 32, but he wins the duel against BlameF, and we're left with just Xyp9x again, 1-on-3. Kito's already gone aggressive as he's done so much in this game. Yeah, what a different map for him than it is where he had to be passive toward the A side on Ancient.
Yeah.
And yeah, now sits with 25 kills total.
Well, I think that might have been a conversation between maps, or certainly something that he just thought about as an individual, is just, rough performance on Ancient, and I think he started this game out so hot, and I think he just made sure that he tried to continue to carry it forward, and everything's just going his way. He's being aggressive, he's feeling the game, and he's just trusting his instincts at the moment. 25-10 for Kito. Back to long control we go for Astralis. Faven's just going to back away. No need for utility. Can they get around the corner? Zip didn't turn. He might have been able to find Tapson, knife out, back turned up the ramp, but didn't want to risk it. Again, just look at the utility for Astralis. 2 smokes and 2 HE grenades. Good luck.
Lucky's hoping that gap in the long smokes would present him with something that might not have appeared otherwise, but no one's foolish enough to think to walk into that. Meanwhile, Tizzy in middle catches out Config down below, and yeah, his troubles continue in this map, 9-16.
I can't believe Tizzy was just sat on that side of the box watching towards lower.
Right? Like, you think he'd play on the safe side of the box, right? I guess it does give him that option. He can immediately jump back up, but you're right, it's a risk. If anyone goes top mid, he's just sitting there.
Even with cover from teammates, that's a risky position. Still, nets him a kill. Config didn't really expect it, couldn't get a clean shot off. And Astralis still don't have all the utility that they'd like to actually make this as effective as a hit as they'd want it to be. Tizian under pressure, that smoke's gonna do that. They're going right through it. But the extra body might do it, slows him down. Tizian still alive and getting aggressive, taps in a dink and the cleanup. There's Searson coming through in middle, and the defense starting to crumble, but you still got Kito, and you still got Tapson.
Still got Lucky. He's going to be trapped at long. Oh, he's looked away, Tapson, wrong time because he would have peeked out, but he's going to get him, surely. Has to.
Yikes.
Cool, man. Thanks. Making me look great at my job, Tapson. I'll talk to you later outside. As Kito will get Xyp9x down, and that will at least slow it ever more, but it's still a man advantage. For Astralis, very low on HP as Kito's going to jump above the flash in toward the site. Needs to be careful these headshots don't go against him as they are above the box. He taps on the first. AK in hand, but he's tagged to 25. And it might still be possible for Glaive, who gets him again and then catches him through the box to get the headshot. 15-5. Astralis survive one more.
Fair play, though. Kito played that clutch balls out. He was going to win or die by the death match. And with the game he's played, you can understand why, especially with the lead as well. You got some rounds to play with. Try and end it with a highlight clip. I'm fine with that. Kito, some fine shooting here in the 1v2, tapping away. Almost able to find Glaive. That's a tough fight, though. 15-5. Astralis need 10 more to take us to overtime. 10 more straight. Long control this time for Astralis isn't contested as much, but Searson's got the angle as Glaive wraps around the smoke. Op netting another opening kill over to the big defense. Ooh, this is weird. Tapson. There's the swing out. Config got distracted towards lower dark. Searson's still alive inside the bomb site with the AWP, but it's a 5-on-3. They can play this however they want.
Smokes, not a second one in position yet. Fobben's gonna get up to the elevator position as a result of it. Hopes to swing in the time with Tapson, and now Tizian to support him. Keto, meanwhile, running all the way through T-spawn. A little bit late to get in the flank, has Lucky looking back that position already. But Searson's got blame out. That's gonna pull Lucky back toward the site because he has to help Xyp9x try and get up on top of the platform, and that means Keto's timing is perfect. The map is over, 16-5. A very different scoreline than we saw in Ancient. A much more aggressive Keto, and a win for Big.
Yeah, just a better team performance as well from Big. They controlled everything from start to finish. Hot start, and they never relinquished it. Talked about Keto quite a bit. Tapson was sneakily up there with a very, very impactful game.